So our friend Melissa sent us a question on our episode, Books We Can't Forget and the Ones We Already Did. She said, I'd love to see about the books that impacted you as young children. When starting a book, what do you do to get yourself in the right mindset? Big fan of the pod. That's a really good question. So what do we do to get in the right mindset before starting a book, which we read a lot.
Dang.
And we bulk read a lot.
Yeah, we do.
So welcome to an episode of the Book Fix podcast, a podcast where we fix lives one book at a time. I'm your host, Yahaira.
And I'm your host, Chelly. That's a good question. I feel like let's answer the second part first.
Yes.
How do you get into the mindset to read a book?
I think sometimes it is difficult, especially when we have to bulk read. And let's say the second book out of the 5 I get really, really into and it's really hard for me to let go. I think I have to pause it and like maybe go on a walk, try to clear my head a little bit. What helps me a lot is to like listen to music, like not necessarily kind of cringe maybe, but like cinematic music, you know what I mean? Like
Okay.
I need to like get out
Of that headspace.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
And so I like to do that because I don't want however I'm feeling to impact my review of the book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I really am not feeling it, I don't want to actually start the book because I know that I'm starting off in a sour mood.
No, I understand what you mean. I will say it's definitely harder, like you said, because we bulk read. Because sometimes I don't have that time to transition easily between books.
Yeah.
And because of that, both you and I fall into really big book slumps.
We have. And it's always interesting when we hit the slump at the same time. But what helps me is audiobooks. Sometimes I'll tell you, like, I know we want to read this one, but this one's an audiobook that is on Everand, and I just really need an audiobook.
I mean, I commute for work. So literally, I feel like since January, every book we've talked about on the podcast, I have done an audiobook.
Oh,
And I don't know if
really?
you've noticed, but I have so many books on Audible.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Because I can't physically, I don't have time to physically read the books. But in order for me to get into a book, I do need to physically read the first 20 pages.
That makes a lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you need to know, like, what is happening. And I think I've told you this before, where if I really am not feeling the story, I need to read the summary.
Yeah.
And normally I don't like to read summaries because I feel like sometimes they'll spoil things. But that will help me like understand what kind of world I'm stepping into. So then I won't be so confused when starting the book.
With me too, I've always been very bad at moving on because I get so fixated on things. So for me, it's like I get overwhelmed at the idea that I'm about to be part of like this whole world.
Yeah.
So that kind of holds me back from starting. But I literally, I think this is such bad advice, but I just have to power through the first 20 pages.
No,
And if I
that
can
makes
power
sense.
through that, then I'll find out that, oh, I do like it. Or, oh, this is going to be a good hate read.
Yeah.
Like, it just takes those first 20 to get through that.
So do you think you don't actually have to do anything specific? Like,
I mean, your whole thing about listening to music, for me, I feel like that would make it worse. Because
really?
I associate a lot of things I like with music, and I make a lot of playlists for books. So to me, I would listen to something and be like, oh my God, it's this character for real.
I mean, I'm the same way. I also associate music with characters, and I have been writing recently. So I feel like I'm associating it more to like what I'm working on, you know? So I take it more of like, okay, I'm taking a break from what I'm working on by going into this other story.
Okay, I get that. Queen behavior. But I do want to say, kind of off topic, on topic, I love our podcast so much, but I kind of miss reading for myself.
Hello, that's why we don't read as much anymore.
I know.
So that you can read for yourself.
I know, but I don't know if you feel the same way. Sometimes when I pick up a book, I'm just kind of like, dang, this is so good. But I feel like I should be reading for the podcast right now.
But I feel like you've read more for yourself.
Well, because I'm in a book club. Like I go to a public book club. And that helps because they do not read at all the type of books that we talk about on this podcast.
Yeah.
Which is so funny because the leader of that book club, me and her, there's like this connection between us. She's so funny. And I want to be her friend.
Yeah.
But because she's working, you could tell she's like, okay, just keep it very...
Like what, work mode?
Very light. Yeah, very light, very professional. But I'm over here like, I know what you've read. We've read the same thing. You look at your Goodreads and I open mine and we look at it together. It's a mirror. It's the same books. You know...
You could be her friend.
I think
you just need to talk to her.
I do, but I just can't break through. I can't break through.
What if someone were to recognize you?
Why would you
Hey, are you the girl from the Bug Pick podcast?
Why would you say that? You know what's funny?
Why would you say that?
Okay. I do not want to be recognized at this point right now. I don't know how to explain this. I think this year is going to be a lot of growth for us. And I think I'm still uncomfortable with the idea of that. Because even before we started this podcast, do you remember how I was like, I don't want to show my face.
Yeah.
Like, I really don't. It was something that took me a long time to get comfortable with that. I think it was like maybe like 50 episodes in where I'm just like, okay.
Like you don't care?
I don't have to care as much about this. Because I did really, really care about that. I think that's where I'm at with that type of thing.
But it's been like 4 years now.
I know, but it's
Girl, you just need to do it. You need to throw us out there.
Oh, Quinn, you're so right. Well, I mean, I feel like our summer is going to be kind of popping off. So,
yeah.
What was the second part of the question? Or I guess the first part.
So the first part of the question said, I'd love to know about the books that impacted you as young children. So you and I were both big readers as children. I don't really have like a huge recollection of what I read at like really, really young. I remember the Boxcar Children. Like I remember that series. I remember the Babysitter Club. I remember Junie B. Jones.
Ramona.
And the Magic Treehouse one.
A lot of those are graphic novels now.
Like those ones, I remember them, but I can't tell you like details about them. The one that I remember like so vividly, like latching onto, was the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. During that time, I was really into like spookier stories, you know? So that, and then another one would be, oh my God, that series where you can't have more than 2 kids. Running
at a Time by Matt Haddix.
Yes, that series I was really into.
I only remember that because that book is currently going around my classroom.
Really?
It's crazy.
I loved that series so much.
It's funny because they're passing it amongst each other as they're finishing it. And what if I'm like, I'm next. I'm next.
Me next.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I'm around books a lot. So
yes.
I can't escape it. And also yesterday, in the location where I work, it is currently, it was yesterday and today. I went today. The library is selling some of their old books.
Okay.
And a lot of my kids were like, oh my gosh, you should go check it out. We're all going after school. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll go check it out. And it's so funny seeing these kids pick up some books where I was like, that used to be my life. Because one of my girls found like, it was like a random book 4 or something of series of unfortunate events. And she's like,
okay.
I'm going to start reading it right now. And I'm just like, book 1, book 1, start from book 1. But
okay.
you know, I saw that a lot. Warrior Cats, it's a graphic novel now. Who knew? Animorphs.
Oh, I never read those.
I never read it either, and I feel like I would have really liked it. But I always made fun of the covers.
Oh, yeah. I didn't like the covers either.
Yeah, but I feel like I would have liked it. Currently, like the whole Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Dogman.
Yeah, no, but when you were younger.
I mean, connected to that, it was Captain Underpants.
And
those flippy pages, The fliperamas.
Oh my God. They changed lives. They
did
changed my
change
life.
lives. I was so into those types of books, but I remember I got to a point where I was like, I need to start reading chapter books. These are a little too embarrassing, too young for me.
I'm older now.
I feel like my library back then didn't really have books that were catered to me. So I would often read things that had very like sensitive topics and I didn't get it.
Oh, really?
So there was one specific book I remember that had to do with like a lot of prejudice and it ended very gory. And I was over here, a 7th grader, like, what did I just read?
Oh, sucks.
Yeah. But it's okay because out of that I gained the Hunger Games, and then that changed my life.
Out of the whole experience, there was some positives. I think the book that traumatized me was Flowers in the Attic.
I recently
by
read that.
V.C. Andrews. V something Andrews.
Yeah, I had read it when I was younger, totally forgot about it, and then reread it a random summer.
I want to forget this book. Like, if I could zap a book out of my brain, it would be that one.
That book, and I don't know if you ever read A Child Called It.
Yes, I did.
Oh my God. I read those two the same summer because I was like, I want to experience back then. And now I don't want to experience that. Because I read it with the intention of like, I just want to see if I understand it differently. And I definitely did. There were some parts I couldn't even like get through in A Child Called It. Because I'm like,
it's a lot. I haven't reread it in a long time, but I don't really want to.
I get it. A book that shaped me. I know this isn't really childhood, but Harry Potter. I feel like this is just staple read. And I don't think I would ever want to take that away from someone. I hate the author. But I feel like...
I can't praise it. Also, I never read it. So.
I feel like that book, though, is such a gateway to reading.
Gateway drug.
Yeah. Dang. I don't know. That was like one of the first books that... Because I had read before, but that was one of the first books that when I finished reading it, I was just so like, oh my gosh.
Third eye open.
Where do I get more? Yeah.
Okay, but would you ever get a Harry Potter tattoo?
No. I thought about it when I was younger. Me and my friends wanted to get the Deathly Hallows sign. But I'm good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people regret that. The Harry Potter tattoos.
No, it's just a triangle and a circle and a line. That's all it is. Or I wanted to get Snape's always. But now, like, being older, Snape kind of sucked. But, you know,
No comment. I don't know.
I need to read them for real, though. I feel like you would find some good in it. It's really good.
I probably would, but, like, maybe another time.
Okay, I'll just wait. I guess.
Whenever I do read them, though, you're going to be like, finally.
Dude, I was so embarrassingly into Harry Potter. It's crazy. Our movie theater used to be, rest in paradise, next to a Toys R Us.
All right, Pizza Boat.
And I remember, R.I.P. to... Oh, yeah, you're right. So it's all flat land there now. So I remember the night that Deathly Hallows Part 1 came out, my friends and I were dropped off at Toys R Us, and my mom was like, okay, we'll pick you up in a few hours.
Yeah.
And she gave us money to buy popcorn. But my friends had like an amazing idea. They were like, what if we buy Sharpies and that rock candy they sell on sticks and we make wands? And I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a genius. Girls cooking right now. So we made ourselves wands and like freaking Death Eater signs on our arms. And we're like, we're so quirky. We're so different. Oh my God. Get in line. Everyone's done the same thing. Man next to me is dressed like Voldemort. So I'm just like, they took my idea.
No, I did it first.
I know.
That's hilarious.
This is stupid. I don't like it anyway.
Wait, they don't do midnight showings anymore, huh?
I don't know. We don't have a theater.
We have
one, but
not that theater.
that one hit a little different. We didn't have the incline seating back in our day.
Back in our day,
seats were straight. You had to look over someone's head. Oh, I miss her.
I think parents must have really complained about the midnight showings. Like, I gotta work tomorrow. No, like,
no, you don't have to work tomorrow. I want to go watch Jimmy Neutron, the movie. Like, that's crazy. No, I remember those midnight showings. They meant so much to me. Apparently, I guess I blacked it out because it was so amazing. Apparently, I saw Shrek 2 at a midnight showing.
Oh,
but to me,
Shrek.
I was just... but to me, I was like, Random Wednesday. Sick.
Yeah.
But to my mom, she's like, why am I doing this? Why am I going
Why am I
at
here?
this ungodly time to watch Shrek?
I mean, obviously they still do midnight showings,
It was different
but I
back
mean,
then,
like when it's first coming into the theater, they don't do that anymore.
No.
I think they do it on Thursdays at like 7.
Yeah, because do you have a memory? We never went to the theater for like big things together. Mm-hmm. But do you have memories of waiting in that line and everyone cheering and the door opening and you're like,
it was special right here.
oh, man.
Yes, I do remember.
Missed that theater. Rest in paradise. Flatland. He just pulled her away.
The last line that I remember making for a movie was Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
It was a long line.
I don't remember.
A big theater because I went with my friend Norma. That was a big theater. We were in the back row.
Was that the one where both you and I went to go see 50 Shades?
Not that theater.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the last movie I remember having to line up for, like outside.
I don't remember at all.
You're not really a movie girl though.
I used to be. I want to be so bad.
Do you remember when if we're going off topic now.
No, go ahead, Queen.
Do you remember when you so badly wanted me to watch?
Which?
Oh my God, don't tell me the title. The Merman one.
Oh my gosh.
Guillermo del Toro made it.
What was that movie called? It was the one with the sexy fish.
Yeah.
And the lady, that scene where it's like, how do you guys have sex?
Yeah, 'cause she was
that?
deaf, right?
And I was so into it. Yes. I was so into it because of the whole unreliable narrator. And I was going off about it in the car. And you were like, I mean, so we getting food?
No, I was like, no, it had happy ending. Next question.
No. You don't get it.
If I have a choice between happy ending, they both die at the end, I would say happy ending every time.
I miss going to the theaters with you. It's been so long since we've been to
I
the
literally
theaters.
invited you to go see Sinners, and you didn't.
I have not seen
The Sun.
I have not seen The Sun in a bit. So I'm so sorry. I did really want to go see that movie. Do you know, can I tell you something? Just for you to feel me, to feel that, feel seen right now. I got invited to go watch that movie and I said no because I wanted to go watch it with you. But you just never appreciate a friend that... Who? I know. Location. A friend that is not currently in our location. So I got invited to go see this movie and I was like, I can't.
If you would have seen it without me, I would have cried.
I can't. I'm sick in 2 weeks.
You'd be like, I'm so over vampires. I can't.
I really do want to see that movie. The last time we watched together was the late night talk show with the devil.
The late night show with the devil?
Talk show.
Late night with the devil.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I loved that movie.
So good.
It was so good. You know what I want to watch? That new A24 movie with what's his name? Something Justice. But
Who?
Oh my gosh.
What's it about?
The guy in the movie theater thing. He's wearing a movie theater fit. Yellow movie theater fit. And he was one of the main characters in The Quarry.
No idea.
It looks so good. I feel like A24 has been spitting out bangers.
Eating.
Oh my gosh. This is so not connected to anything, but I just want to mention it because we're talking about A24. You know, there's a rumor going around because one of the members from EXO was in California for a really long time that he might be in an A24 movie soon.
Oh, you told me about that.
If that happens,
girl,
she's
finally going to theater. That's how I get you to go.
All of a sudden, we're in like a grassy field. What's that? And our original theater comes back. I know. It's me and the theater running towards each other. I do miss going to the theater and I miss watching shows and I miss
trying to invite
watching
you.
Movies. I see you. I feel you. I'm
you.
here. I'm here for you. It's been so hard lately.
I know.
Girl isn't sleeping.
I know.
So I feel like I miss it. But come the summer, let me just pass out for 3 days. That's all I need. 72 hours of no contact for a bit. And then I'm good.
And then
My
ready?
eye bags will be, instead of convex, they're going to be popping out. They're going to be so like well rested.
Do you mean that they're gonna be sucked in?
Instead of, it's going to be, because, wait,
no, it's the opposite.
a good one. Which one's a good one?
It's the opposite. You want it to be.
No, okay, yeah. It's not gonna whoop. It's gonna just straight.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good. I'm gonna be so powerful.
I can't wait for the summer where we're gonna go to the movies
gosh.
every day.
Wait, what day is it today? What day is it today? The end of May?
It's the end of May. It's the end of May.
Give me 1 week, and she'll be back to normal. Just give me 1 week.
Okay, I'll wait
Oh
patiently.
my God, I feel like that Justin Timberlake song.
Which one?
All I got is time. All I got 4 minutes. Freaking 4 minutes.
Oh,
you remember that song?
right. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Back to the topic though. We were gonna talk about Cirque du Freak. Cirque du Freak was a series that I read when I think I was like in 5th grade?
Yeah,
6th grade,
that feels
middle
about
school?
right.
Around there, I don't remember. And I remember that this series meant so much to me. I devoured this series. Like it meant so much to me. And I remember getting to the end and being so disappointed because I don't like endings like that. Spoiler, skip a minute. I don't like endings where it's like, let's go back in time. All of this that we just went through did not happen.
Because one instance changed everything.
Yeah, I don't like it. Like, why did I go through all of this then if we're just going to start from the beginning?
Yeah. And didn't you say you recently tried rereading the first book?
Yeah, so we had wanted to talk about the movie, but also compare it to the book. And I reread a little bit of the first book and it felt so childish, which of course, like I'm no longer in the demographic of who it's
Middle
marketed
grade.
towards. Of course, I know that. But seeing it now as an adult, I'm just like, whoa, it feels so like little.
Yeah. It definitely did not age with us. There are some books that you can read from back then that do still land.
Yeah.
But this one just feels the conflict feels very superficial.
I
The
agree.
fact that there's like this vampinese war happening and they're like, it's been happening for thousands and thousands of years. Let's just let these teenage boys fight it out for us.
I know. And in the book, they're literally 12. That's crazy.
A 12-year-old fighting for me?
So
crazy.
there's the vampires and then the vampanese. Vampanese are the ones who like don't stop drinking your blood. Like I think
They'll drink blood until they kill you.
until they kill you, right? So they're like feral. And so the main character, Darren Shaw, he didn't even want to be a vampire. It was his best friend who wanted to be a vampire. And he overheard his best friend begging this, I forgot his name, Crepsley? Crepsley, I think, the vampire. He was like, hey, can I be a vampire? And Crepsley was like, you have really bad blood, so no. And Darren just kind of got, wrapped up in this world and he didn't even want it. So he ended up being the vampire's assistant.
It's funny to me how quick he was like just down
I know.
to do this because his best friend then ends up getting bitten by a spider and he is slowly dying. So he does have to agree to save his friend.
Yeah, he kind of makes like a trade.
Yes. So he literally drops his whole life. Like he died for his best friend technically.
I know.
And to me, that's just so like, oh my gosh, okay, we're here now. Now you're just a vampire's assistant and you're living as a vampire. And now you have to learn how to be one of them. But also you have now become the main person in this circus. That's, I don't know. It didn't hit for me at all. There was no sense of nostalgia rewatching that movie because I was just not in it.
The movie was so bad.
So bad.
I don't like movies where it feels like you're trying to be funny. Normally, I don't love watching comedies because I find more humor in things that aren't trying to be funny.
Yes,
You know what
I
I
get
mean?
you.
And so like it felt so awkward to me in moments where I don't even remember anymore, but like they would say lines that were so childish.
Even
like they were
like-
trying to make me laugh.
Even hating their teacher.
yes.
I hated how it was a stereotypical, dumb teacher.
Yeah.
It's like, ew.
Yeah, I didn't like it either.
I hate that.
And I feel like the plot could have been interesting if they were older, like, you know, pitting two best friends against each other. But, like, did they really love each other? You know?
I believe they did.
Well, I believe Darren loved Steve because he died for him. I think his name is Steve. I forgot his name. But the other one didn't love him back like that.
No, he didn't.
I don't know.
Dang.
Just my thoughts.
Just your thoughts. It's funny because you and I really wanted to reread the entire series. I did specifically.
Yeah.
But now after just experiencing that, I'm good with never touching it again.
Me too.
I'm glad it was there for me when it needed to be.
Yeah, when I needed it to be.
Yes.
But I don't need it right now, currently where I'm at. So
Maybe down the line, I'm like, I just really need some vampire war.
when we're old and gray, maybe we're going to be like, you know what? I need something easy to read.
We're going to be in the home.
Yeah.
You and I, like,
holding hands.
we're going to be on the floor and they're at it again and we're flipping pages together while we're reading. I love that.
It's like we don't even finish the page. We're just like, it's so good.
Yes, it's good.
We're still going to be recording this and be like, hit play.
We're filming this until we're gray. We're here forever.
Exactly. I can't wait.
Gosh.
We're going to be celebrating milestones together.
Dang.
But yeah, those were the books that we love. Please let us know what books meant a lot to you when you were growing up or currently growing up.
Oh, whoa, crazy. If you are listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcasts on, thank you so much. If you can leave a rating of 5 stars and a review recommending us our next read. The last book, do you remember the one that someone recommended to us that was like a series and we both didn't like it, but it was like a series she grew up with? Arcane? Is that what it's called?
Oh, no. A carne?
A carne. I kind of want to see what other people read back then.
Yeah.
So if you want us to read any of those, even if it's just book one, it might only be book one.
Yeah, but it's still really interesting to see
it
what
would be
people
nice
grew
to
up with.
see.
If you're looking for another way to support us just a little bit more, we do have a Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/bookfix. But if you're not interested in something that's monthly, we do also have Ko-fi, which is ko-fi.com/thebookfix or buymeacoffee.com/thebookfix.
If you are watching us, thank you so much. If you can like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We post every Tuesday and Thursday. If you want to support us on social media or follow our book clubs on Fable and Goodreads, we do have all of our links down at our link tree, linktr.ee/thebookfix. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. We didn't talk about it, but it's been officially, you mentioned it, 4 years of us doing this podcast. Good doing business with you.
Good doing business with you too, Queen. We've done it.
How do you feel?
I feel really happy. I feel like we've definitely grown a lot. Like I think we've grown gradually every year, but I think our issue is that we don't dive right in. You know what I mean? Like we don't jump head first.
But I feel like it's slowly shifting, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh my gosh.
I feel a shift in the air.
Dude, I feel like it's you though. I feel like
I'm trying so hard.
You're doing so much for us right now.
I'm trying.
Everyone clap for Yahira at the same time. One, two, three.
Thank you. I'm trying so hard. Please follow our YouTube shorts. I think they're so funny. You're so funny. Like honestly,
thank you.
Finding like sound bites for us. You're carrying, girl. It's so good.
Sometimes I say things and then I watch our YouTube shorts and I'm like, when did I say that? Why did I say that? What was I even thinking about?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's funny.
Thank you, Queen. You're here for me.
And you're here for me. So next time you go to your book club, please shout us out. Let everyone know that.
Okay, I'll me with my shaky hand.
Did you guys raise your hands?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I will. I will for this one because it's serious.
You should just like stand in front of everyone and like hold bookmarks with our page on it. Pass it around.
Drop them?
No, pass it around.
Sorry, that's my bookmarks. My BFBM. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Stay tuned for that.